Imagine falling 2 miles from the sky, strapped to your seat, and landing in the middle of the deadliest jungle on Earth. Then surviving. This is the unbelievable true story of 17-year-old Juliane Koepcke, the sole survivor of LANSA Flight 508 in 1971. In this video, we explore how a teenager survived a 10,000-foot plunge, endured 11 days alone in the Amazon, and walked out alive by following one golden rule of survival. On December 24, 1971, Juliane and her mother, Maria, boarded a LANSA Lockheed L-188A Electra in Lima, Peru, destined for Pucallpa to meet her father for Christmas. The flight was notoriously unlucky, but they had no choice. Roughly 40 minutes into the flight, the plane flew directly into a severe thunderstorm. The aircraft was shaken violently, luggage fell from overhead lockers, and passengers began screaming. Suddenly, a blinding flash of lightning struck the right wing, causing the plane to break apart in midair. Juliane was ripped from her mother's side and plunged into the abyss, still strapped to her 3-seat row. She remembers spinning rapidly, the roaring sound of the wind, and then falling silent as she lost consciousness. Juliane woke up on Christmas Day, alone in the dense Amazon rainforest. She was still strapped to her seat, which had broken her fall through the thick canopy. She had a broken collarbone, a deep gash on her arm, a concussion, and her eye was swollen shut, yet somehow, she was alive. She was wearing only a short summer dress, had no shoes, and her glasses were gone. Crucial, as she was severely nearsighted. The jungle was terrifyingly silent, save for the hum of insects. She immediately began searching for her mother, shouting for her, but only heard the cries of monkeys. Realizing she was truly alone, she found a small stream of water. Having grown up with parents who were zookeepers and researchers, Juliane knew the rules of the Amazon. She remembered her father's advice. If you are lost, find a stream, follow it to a river, and the river will lead to civilization. She found a small rivulet and began walking. The trek was a nightmare. The mud was thick, insects infested her deep gash, and she was haunted by the fear of jaguars and snakes. She was unable to eat anything due to her injuries and nausea, relying only on water to keep her going. For over a week, Juliane navigated the treacherous terrain. She wore her seatbelt as a bandage, used water lily leaves for protection, and slept on the wet ground. The search parties were searching overhead, but the dense canopy meant they couldn't see her. On the 9th day, she spotted a small boat, but it was just a boat. No people. Instead of giving up, she found a tiny hut used by local lumberjacks. Inside, she found a liter of gasoline. She remembered that she had gasoline poured on her arm earlier to rid it of maggots. So she used the fuel to pour into her wound, which successfully forced the maggots out, reducing her pain and preventing infection. On the 11th day, she heard voices. Peruvian woodcutters discovered her, and though initially terrified, they immediately helped her, offering food and cleaning her wounds before taking her by boat to the nearest town. Her miraculous survival captivated the world. While the joy was overshadowed by the loss of her mother, Juliane went on to become a biologist, returning to the jungle to study, turning her tragedy into a life dedicated to understanding the very ecosystem that tried to kill her.